Hey guys, happy Monday. We're so glad that you're here. We're excited. We've got a lot of fun things to talk about, and a lot of our announcements are going to turn into training. So I'm glad that you're here. If you are live with us in person, it's going to be an extra perk for you because you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and get some clarity on some things. And so I want to encourage you to join us live if you're just missing us or if you're always watching the replay. Try to get on there and try to get in live so you can get into our breakout rooms and really get some private time with the top directors. So let's talk about our announcements that we have going on right now. There's not too many, but the ones that we have are a pretty big honking deal. And so I just want to make sure that you guys are aware that it is May. We're in our final stretch, the last 2 months of the seminar year. And so wouldn't it be just appropriate for the company to throw out something extra fun? And so tonight we're going to learn about points to paradise. And Jana's got a fun little twist on that. She's going to do a great training about what that challenge is. If you have not been on In Touch lately, I encourage you to go there, look around. There's actually some new updated education modules that you can consider looking at. Get into that foundation hub so that you can see the consultant rollout and what that looks like for you and how to prepare for the new foundation launch, which sort of just rolls me right into my next announcement, which is we're getting new foundations. And I don't know if you can tell if I'm wearing foundation tonight, but I am. And I'm excited because I don't ever wear foundation. I wore beige 400, and then when that went away, I stopped with foundation. And so I'm excited that we have broadened our spectrum of foundation options. Of course, that means we have to be strategic when implementing it because it's a lot of foundation choices. We got 72 foundations, 36 luminous, 36, is that right? 72, yeah. 72 luminous and 36 luminous and 36 matte. And I'm confident that you will be able to find the perfect shade, especially with our AI technology, with our foundation finder that will be launching May 16th. So you will have access to that. But I encourage you to go onto the Foundation Hub now and learn about our foundation. Why? Why are we changing? What's different? What can you expect from this new foundation? I want to just let you know strategically and statistically, women that find the perfect match are much more likely, I think it's in the 80 percentile, more likely to buy other products in the product line when they find that perfect foundation. So this is something to be excited about, not frustrated about. We'll talk more about strategy in our foundation launch, I'm sure in the next couple of Mondays. And we may touch on that tonight, but I just want to encourage you to get familiar. Don't be left in the dust, especially those of you that have early ordering privilege on the 10th. You're going to want to know where to start when you've got that kind of a product launch. So get excited about it. It really is a wonderful product. And there's so many people that wear the wrong shade, but that's another day. There's just lots of people that look for that perfect foundation. So check out In Touch. The next thing I want to talk to you about is, what is it? The product launch, the foundation, or the, oh, I know I was going to tell you. Okay, yeah, the price increase. We are getting a price increase this month. And you might be thinking, oh my gosh, another price increase. Didn't we just have one? And you know what? It's part of the game. It's part of what happens. Everything's more expensive. And so this is what I told my unit about a price increase. Give your customers a heads up. Give them an opportunity to stock up at the current price. Make sure you're letting your current customers know that are purchasing products that are going to be on a price increase. Hey, by the way, this is going to go up next time you need it. So did you want to get 2 of them? A strategic move for you is to order low and sell high. Make sure you're stocking up on the things that are going to have a price increase so that you're purchasing them low. And then when they pivot into the higher price point, you're making the most on your money that you can make. So it's a smart investment there on your part as well. And I'm sandwiching it between my customers. And I think this is really important to note and to mention, and for you to put it in your mind, that when your customer starts in with it just went up, oh my gosh, the skincare is getting so expensive. And I just feel like I don't know if I can afford Mary Kay anymore. And I just let them talk. And then I say, I totally get it. Like, I know being cute is expensive, for some, but here's what I want you to think about. I hope that you value our relationship and my ability to provide great customer care for you enough. Like I try to sandwich it in between. I'm doing a buy one, get one, or I'm doing a discount on the current one. So maybe they stock up and then, or just giving them the awareness that it's coming. Let them know the news that might upset them, listen, and then sandwich them in with, I know, but I'm your beauty bestie and I'm free. I'm still free. You're not going to get that at Ulta. And I promise you the products are going to be still more, their prices are going up too. So it's just across the market in general. So I hate it. We hate it, but I know you love me. So, I'll do my best. And I threw in a little extra special goodie in your bag too. That's kind of how they feel heard, and then they are expecting it. They've been given choices and they're ready for the price increase. So double check with your director if you don't have that list of products that are, the products that are going up, and be prepared for that this month. Okay, I don't think there's any other announcements that I'm missing. So we're going to get right into some recognition. So get your pom poms ready. And our top three tonight, I'm excited to talk to our top three that turned in their points that are here and present and live. And so our number three with 863 points, it is Laurie right? Laurie Parks. Am I doing that right? Yes, Laurie Parks. And I want to tell you, Laurie, one of the things that I noticed about your points this week, and this is something really worth noting, is that you booked, you held appointments, you had a new team member. It wasn't all about, you two this week, I think, if I remember on my memory, didn't have a significant large order for points. It was the consistency. And I would rather see you have a lower sale and have future appointments than to have a big sale and have nothing booked out of it or have no other bookings. And so I love that every week you're really consistent with that. So would you like to share a little bit about what your week looked like?
Yeah, I did two facials. I booked a couple appointments. This gal that I did the facial with, she canceled like 3 or 4 times, but I didn't give up on her, and it was probably one of the best appointments I've ever had. She joined my team and she brought her 4-year-old daughter, and we just had a blast. So I don't give up.
I love that.
At it, and yeah, it worked out really well. So
I love that. And sometimes that's just, it's just the enemy getting in the way there and trying to like discourage you and then block that blessing and no, no, no. And
yeah.
so when you're really feeling a way about somebody, I just say, keep going, just be persistent, passionately persistent, not pushy. And so I love that, but I loved also to see that you had a really solid week in the sense of like, well balanced. Yeah. You may have wanted to do more, but it was at least well balanced. So congratulations on that. Okay. Our runner up to the queen with 939 points is Lisa Brooks. And so we're excited for you, Lisa. Yay. So tell us a little bit about what your week looked like this week.
I had a lot of retail sales. I had a couple from the facials that I did. I had a couple reorders, and I did have a couple wholesale orders too.
So it looks like you got 500 points for facial or double facial. So you must have had 5 facials this week, or
yes,
you had 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very
yes,
good.
Ma'am.
5 faces. So we love that. And then you had some retail sales and you had a small wholesale order, and it all adds up, when you're working consistently and you've got a well balanced, thing. So congratulations.
Three of the 5 facials were one of the apartment complexes where 2 of my clients live were the girls in the office. And I took a charcoal mask, and I took I did a demo on the satin hands for all 3 of them. So and then the other 2, I had lip glosses.
People buy close to the product. They buy what their experience is close to the product. So we love that. Instead of just telling people about it, when people can touch and feel it, they love the satin hands. They trust everything else in the book.
Yep.
So congratulations, Lisa. We're happy to see you in the top 3. Okay,
Thank
and
you.
our queen tonight, our newbie, she is killing it, Judi, with 1,552 points. Our Donna Clark Driscoll of the group, Judi Steiner. We're so proud of you. Congratulations. We're glad you're here. You're looking cuter, by the way, every week. I'm like, oh, she's getting her makeup down. She's looking good. You know, short hair girls, we got to stick together. I love this style. But I also noticed about your points that you had group selling appointments. So you had a party and you had future bookings. You have 2 new bookings. So we love that. And you had over $1,000 in sales. So tell us about that, please.
Well, I had a very successful launch party. There were 10 guests that attended. Um, and one of the future bookings has already canceled, but she bought a time-wise repair just this afternoon. So I guess she's going to be a customer, but she has canceled her future for now anyway.
All right. Well, you know what? I always say a cancellation is just a reschedule.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
future reschedule. And you know what? Sometimes when they cancel and you're just gracious about it, and you're like, girl, that's fine. We can get together like another time that's more appropriate. And you're not like, oh, but what did you, and you don't make her, I just
Right.
release them. They come back
Right.
around. They see how much fun you're having and what's going on. And especially when it's time to repurchase that time wise repair. And you're like, you could get this at a great discount if you had a couple of friends over because now you're really loving it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you just never know.
Yeah. It's
But
something for the future.
that's right, for sure. Now, Jana, did you want to add anything?
I did. So, Judi, we just did a career talk with someone that was at your party today. And what did Laurie, your guest, have to say about how she felt about the party? Do you remember what she said?
She felt good that everybody could compliment each other and everybody was just at ease and yeah.
It was so good. She said everybody started out quiet, but then everyone just blossomed. And so, you guys, that's what we do. And I told her, that's what we do. We empower women, whether they can afford to purchase products at the appointment or whether they wear skincare or makeup or both or whatever. There to love on people. So, Judi, thank you for being that person that reached out to those people and invited them and really kept in contact with them because you coached it well, because you stayed in contact with them. They all came. Great job.
Hmm.
I just want to show you. This is me and Judi at seminar. Actually, it's you might be cuter than Donna. I'm gonna have to tell her. I'm like, oh, you have to take makeup tips from Judi. Okay. Well, we're excited and we're proud of you guys for working your business, especially that example. But when you have that $1,000 week, nobody ever quits after $1,000 week, right? And so the goal is to go have another one, and learn along the way, make your mistakes, and just have fun doing it. We have a lot of fun things to be excited about, including a great selling a challenge this next few months. And so Jana's going to talk to us a little bit about that, what those points to paradise look like. And so, Jana, tell us all about it.
Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. Okay, have you heard about the cruise? Give me a nod. Shake your, yes, yes. Have you guys heard? You've heard a little bit about it? Okay, so who could get excited about a $2,000 cruise voucher? Okay, if I don't see your head moving, I'm going to assume that that doesn't really thrill you. Who could get excited about $850 cash instead of a cruise voucher? You could get excited about that? Okay, right on. Okay, so does it make you excited enough to be consistent in your business? This is what I know for sure. There can be prizes out there, but if it were enough to keep us excited, everyone would be driving a pink Cadillac and be going on top director trips. There's that gap in the middle. So this is what I want to impress upon you. The first thing is you have to know what you can get excited about. Okay? Is it paying a bill? Like your dream. It has to be your dream, what's in your heart. And so, is it paying a bill? Is it transformation in the lives of others? Is it confidence and transformation in you? Knowing that booking appointments and holding appointments will create these things. Is it cash? Is it choices for your family, for that flexibility? Is it community? Making new friends? Or is it maybe marketplace ministry? Maybe you want to share the love of Jesus Christ with others. Maybe you want to, whatever that is, I want you to grab a hold mentally of what that is, because this is what I know for sure. Sometimes in the middle, sometimes when booking gets tough, or you hear a lot of no's, or you get disappointed for one reason or another, if you have something that you are like, okay, Allison was talking about that, the pit bull. Like when they get a hold of something, their jaws are locked tight. And so, like I've seen them, like people have like tree swings. That dog gets a hold of that and doesn't let go. When your dream is strong enough and your why is strong enough, you will grab a hold and you will not let go. Okay? So nothing is going to deter you from the goal. And so let's talk a little bit about this promotion. And so I'm going to share my screen with you. And before I pop this up, now don't go telling Mary Kay on me, because I did change their sheet a little bit. And I changed the name just a kind of a tiny little bit, because I think it's way more fun to party to paradise rather than points to paradise. What do y'all think about that? So points, yeah, points are great. Here, there we go. Party to paradise. And so you can party to get these great opportunities. So May 1st, so we've already started this, and this goes through the end of October. Okay, October 31st. This is a fun tracking sheet. I will post this on the little app. I will post this on the shared things. So we're going to talk about how to get the points and look at these prizes. When you get 25,000 points in that time frame from May 1st to the end of October, you can get these. Are they Gucci? They're Gucci sunglasses. I think they're Gucci. And so I had a girlfriend that said she Googled this, and those are like $400 sunglasses. Someone I heard asked ChatGPT how much this crossbody bag is, and I heard it was $1,000. I could be wrong. They could be wrong. Go ahead and feel free to look it up. Great values on these things. So for 50,000 points, you get this bag, and then 75,000 points, you get the $2,000 Royal Caribbean cruise voucher. And guess what? You get all of the things. Okay? It's a building contest. Okay, how do we earn the points? By the way, if you've looked on Mary Kay In Touch, this is exactly the same thing as what's on In Touch. So how to earn the points? There's 3 ways that independent beauty consultants can earn these points. Number 1 is personal sales volume. Okay, so it's $1 retail sales volume equals 1 point. Now, when you are doing parties, Mary Kay doesn't know when you're going to sell something. But when we order something from them, they will give us the points, okay? But they are tracking retail points. So let's just say, example, Judi just restocked her Mary Kay today, and she ordered over 1,000 wholesale. So Judi actually gets over 2,000 in retail points. And she's a new beauty consultant, so if she earned any new product bonus bundles by doing that, which I'm sure she did because it was over 600 wholesale, she gets retail points for that. Okay? So independent beauty consultant must have a minimum of 10,000 points from personal sales volume to achieve the challenge. There is no maximum, okay? And then the personal team sales volume, $1 retail sales volume equals 1 point. So an independent beauty consultant can have a maximum of 10,000 points from each team member to achieve the challenge. There's no minimum per team member. So, and then when you debut as an independent sales director, you get 5,000 points. Okay, so you guys, personal team sales volume, that's your team members. Okay, so when you order, you get points. When your team members order, you get points. And so it's a win-win. Even if you never want to become an independent sales director, this is setting you up for success going forward. And so you can do amazing things. All right, let's look at the next page. This is just a fun hypothetical that I wanted to share with you. Okay, so stay with me here. I know that you might, some people might see this and think, 3 parties a week. Hold the phone, Jana. I can't do that. Well, just stick with me because I think that you're going to be excited to hear the results at the end. So instead of the points with a purpose, you can party your way to paradise, okay? So 12 personal parties per month. That would be 3 parties per week. So if you did 3 parties per week and you averaged $500 in sales at each party, which by the way, Judy's party was just over 1,000 and that was 1 party. So $500 is it's kind of the average at this point, okay? So if you did 3 parties per week, that would equal $6,000 in sales per month. You would have ordered 3,000 wholesale and you would have 6,000 points on your work alone, okay? Now, if you did 12 parties, you're going to average about 12 new team members, about 1 per party. Now, if you didn't get 1 at your first party, maybe you're going to get 2 people at your second party. The averages always work out. Okay, now a third of your team, even if just a third of your team chooses to do 1 party per week starting the following month, that's going to accrue some points. So we're going to look at that. So let's look at the month of June. Let's say you did the same activity. You did 3 parties per week. And then you had 12 new team members. And then a third of them are going to start working the following month. So, but your May consultants, your 4 girls that are working in May, they decided, I want to do Mary Kay part-time. I would like to do 1 party per week. That's it. I don't want to do any more. So that's pretty conservative. And so 1 party per week for 4 consultants. So 4 parties times 4 equals 16 parties for your team members, okay? If you take 16 parties times $500, that equals $8,000 in sales. And so look at all of the money that your team members are making. And 8,000 points for your team for this contest. This continues, and you can see how it continues. If you will be consistent, it is going to grow so big. And so again, 6,000 more points for you the next month, but you've got 8 people doing 1 party per week at this point. So that's 32 total parties. That's $16,000 in sales. That's 8,000 profit for them, by the way. And so that's 22,000 total points for you for the month. And so it progresses, and you see just a gradual growth, just a consistent growth. So August, 30,000 points, September, 38,000 points, October, 46,000 points. And so it just continues to grow, okay? So now let's look at what these points all add up to. Okay, so these total points is 156,000. You guys, to hit the top level and to hit that trip and to get all of these prizes at the bottom, it's actually only 75,000. So it's half of that. So this does not include inventory orders that someone might purchase initially. It doesn't include the Great Start Bonus Bundle retail credit that you get to count with your new team members. It doesn't count the bundles that you're going to receive for recruiting if you are in your Great Start time frame. So 1 party per week is a very conservative start. So this leaves a huge gap for error. What if you only produced half? It's okay. There is room for error in this. You can control the outcome by partying consistently. And so, y'all, I just want you to open up your hearts and your minds. And you know what? You might not be able to see like exactly, okay, so if I took 75,000 and I divided that by 500, how many parties would I have to do personally to get there? Well, that number's 150. That's a little overwhelming, isn't it? You don't have to do 150 parties. It's just the consistency and consistency and consistency. And you know what? Guess what? Worst case scenario, you work on building your business, and that consistency is going to take you into such a new zone this coming seminar year. So, what's next? How do we get booking? Some people say, well, it's the month of May. People are busy. Well, guess what? Teachers Week is this week. Nurses Week is this week. And later on, the foundations are coming out. And so you can start booking accordingly for these different things. So first of all, Teachers Week. So let's talk about teachers. Who on here knows a teacher? Do you have any teachers in the family? Do you have any teachers on your block? Do you have any teachers in your coffee group? Yeah, everyone on here, I can guarantee you, I bet you all know a teacher. And so this is what I would do. I would reach out to the teachers that you know. If you don't have enough leads to book right now, contact all of the teachers that you know and say, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you and wish you a happy Teachers Week, even if they're retired. I would say, hey, happy Teachers Week. Thank you for serving and for really pouring into our youth. And then I would say, I have a special gift for you. And I would like to, I'll give you something special and a complimentary pampering session. And so then you can tell her, I'm also giving gifts so you can nominate any teacher friends that you have. And they'll receive a gift card for a $20 gift certificate at their pampering session with me. Who do you know that you would like to nominate for a gift? Who is the special teachers that you know? Because I can guarantee you, after crazy May, they're going to want to get together with you. Or after school's out, they're going to want to get together with you because so many things are going on for teachers. Okay? So that way you have those leads. But this is the week, you guys. This is Teachers Week. So this is when you want to do it. Now, okay, nurses, same thing. Reach out to the nurses you know and say, hey, happy Nurses Week. Thank you so much. Your job encompasses so many things I can't even imagine. Thank you for serving our community in that way. Or thank you that, you served our community before you retired. And so then ask for who are her nurses' friends. Who are her friends in nursing? Let's give them a gift certificate. This is a great way to book. Once you get her booked, and you already have her list of people that she nominated, then you can say, all right, Jan, I am so excited to get together with you. Would you like me to invite any of your nurse friends that you just gave me nominations for? Would you like to share that appointment with them? Turn it into a party, okay? Parties are where people connect. Parties are where people are affirmed. And one of the comments that the lady said that that Judi and I were talking to today is that they just lit up when these women were receiving compliments as we were going around the table, they lit up. She said, I saw her glow. And I said, when do you suppose she was complimented last? That's the type of things that we do at a party. And so, ladies, the foundations, another great reason. And if you're thinking, well, I can't order the samples or the foundations until the 10th, you know what? Most places in the US, you'll have them within 5 days. You could book the whole second half of the month already. You could have those parties already set. It's super inexpensive to buy the samples. Anybody could afford, to set up with one of each of all of the samples, or at least, one of the colors. And so think about that. Think about the summer products. There's a great cheek color. Who wouldn't want to try those things? And so I want you to also think about this, the financial part of this. So as we were talking about building the team members, let's go back to that sheet for just a second. Let's look at this one. Let's just look at the mid-range. So let's say the 30,000, just because that's a nice round number. So 30,000 in retail sales for your team is 15,000 in wholesale. And we get paid commission-wise on our wholesale. And so 15,000, and let's see, at that point, you have added 12 team members. So at this point, you're going to be an elite team leader. So you're ordering over 600 wholesale. So your commission is going to be a 13% commission. And so let's talk about that. And by the way, at some point, we will go over the compensation plan, but this is on Mary Kay in Touch. So if you'd like to look that up, you certainly can do that. So above and beyond your $3,000 in profit that you're making from the sales of doing 3 parties per week, if you had 15,000 in wholesale production for your team and you multiply, or you take that times 0.13, which is 13% commission, that's $1,950 in commissions. So your profit for that month is $4,950 between your sales and your commissions. That doesn't include any $50 bonuses for people becoming qualified. None of that. Okay? And then once you become an independent sales director and you have 15,000 from your personal team members, your commission is $3,900. So no pressure. You pick and choose what you want to do. But friends, and then when you add on your $3,000 that you made in your profit and sales, that's a $6,900 paycheck in a month. So what is your passion? Is your passion your family? Are you saving money for someone's college education? Are you saving money for grandkids? Do you know what? I know some people on here that are passionate about donating, about giving money away. What would that money mean to your charitable place of choice? So anyway, all right, friends, it's question time. So what questions do you all have? Questions about the contest. You can ask anything.
I think it's just worthy of noting because it can be a little confusing on the form when you see 6,000 and then 6,000 points. It's not that you took 6,000 and turned in all your profit for you didn't keep. If you sell 6,000, you still have 3,000 profit. You're getting a point for every retail dollar. Mm-hmm. So you're ordering 3,000 wholesale. So basically, you're like getting 2 points for every wholesale dollar. Right. That's an easier way for you to track it.
Right.
And I just want you guys to be thinking about building your team. So Mary, it goes back to sell a lot and build a team fast. But the truth is, all of you are on somebody's team. So even the work that you are doing, you are, as you're working to get excited about building your points and your team, you're also contributing to somebody's team. And I just think that's an important thing to remember because you're like, man, I'm contributing because it makes you feel good because you're like, well, you can count on me for 600, which is if you do a 600 or 1,000, that's 2,000 points towards somebody else's sunglasses. Give me my shades,
For
you
sure.
know? So, anyway, so yeah, it's the retail value.
And I've been tracking in my unit like Team 1000, Team 2000. And so for people that have teams, last month, Laurie, how many team members do you have? Do you know how many team members you have right off the top of your head?
I'm thinking I got 8 or 9 that are active.
Okay, so 8 or 9 active team members. Last month, her team did over 4,000. And so 4,000 wholesale, so she would have received 8,000 points for that. And we already did the math on that. 8,000 times 6 months, that's 48,000 points. And so that's already like almost the sunglasses and the bag. And so, and that's not in that building progression. Does that make sense? Okay. You
I'm
guys,
in.
go
I
ahead,
I
Susan.
don't. Oh, go ahead, Lori. No, go ahead. I was just
Oh,
going to
I'm
ask
sorry.
something.
I
Oh,
just, will you put those documents on uh, the app?
Yeah, I
What I
will.
mean? Yeah. Okay,
I
thanks.
will. And
Thank you.
there
I was
are
gonna ask the same thing.
I will put those on there, but just keep in mind this is something that I created fast this afternoon because of just a vision that someone that a national sales director mentor of mine, Don Otten Sweeney, gave me that just that excitement of if we turned it into parties, if we equated all of this in parties, how could we get there? And so I feel like whatever you do, whatever your roadmap needs to be, whether you're road mapping to 25,000 or you're road mapping to 50,000 or 75,000, I hope that you will do it with parties because this is what I know for sure. Anybody can go sell a product, but when you do a party and you make a connection with people and you meet her friends, you are transforming things. You're transforming people's confidence and you're making an impact. Plus, what if somebody at that party watches you do the party and they find that this is a way that they could make money for their family? And so this is a transformational process, not just a transactional process like, oh, I just want to sell a bunch of product because that's a lot of product to sell. But through parties, it's you can definitely do it with a purpose.
I had to write that down, Jana. So good. I just wanted to add, not add. I just love everything you said. Every single thing. What I wanted to say was, in case someone might be feeling the doubt monster on their shoulder, like, I've never done 12 parties in a week. I don't know 12 teachers. Like I get so excited when I see this, and I just absolutely love how Janice started it off with what motivates us. And so it's easy for me to get motivated and excited, and then the doubt monster comes in. And we just have to kick him off because God told me so clearly in my quiet time this morning, Susie, I'm not giving you the plan for the rest of the year. I'm giving you the plan for today. And that I was looking at my personal big goal, and directors can't even win this trip, which is totally fine because we get a ton of benefits from it. But I was looking at my own goal. So it doesn't matter where we are in our career. That doubt monster, he sneaks up. He climbs up your back. He goes under your shirt. All of a sudden, boom, you go from excited to what was I thinking? I can't do this. And hearing Judi talk made me remember my emotions as a new consultant. Like it was like a dang circle. Like I love this. Oh my gosh, I can't do this. I'm gonna do this. Oh, nobody's gonna come. And so I think I just want to tell everybody it's normal, but we cannot let that doubt monster keep us from taking a step. a quote I heard that's so good said, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And so Jana just spelled it out so beautiful. So no matter what our goal is, we have to have our strategy to fight that doubt monster. And that's a whole nother thing. But I'm just telling you, you are not alone if you're feeling him in your ear. Get him out of there. Or her. I don't want to be sexist.
I love that. And you know what? Susie, I think that that is amazing. I wrote down doubt monster. And by the way, if I make my doubt monster a girl, I can feel like I can slap her around. All right. How about you all? Do you all feel like if the doubt monster's a girl, you can beat her up? Okay, go beat her up. All right. Ladies, I'm really excited to go into our small groups. Susie is going to be in the Great Start room, and Judy, you'll go into the Great Start room because you're still in your Great Start period. And so I know I saw you smiling really big when you were hearing her talk about the new consultant, and because it's normal. It's totally normal. So, ladies, if you want to go into the Great Start room, if you're newer, and Taylor, if you want to go into the Great Start room, which I know Taylor was on here, and then the 300 plus room, I'll be in there, and then Miss Allison's going to be here in the main room. So, ladies, we're just super excited for you. I hope that you are excited and can make some awesome stuff happen. So we'll chat with y'all next week. See you in the room.